And we're live, everyone. All right. Hey, Look who joined me today.
Hey, what's going on?
It's Dave Ginsburg. Isn't that awesome?
Glad to be here.
So I see Bob from Tucson out there. Bob, you know, it's only 90 something degrees here.
It is.
Terribly, terribly hot. We've got the farmer's market going on. We've got live music taking place. We've got the wine stock downstairs is having some sort of event. So we've got all kinds of really cool things going on today.
We do.
Including a little tech check. Oh, and by the way, check out the new virtual background.
Yep.
Yeah, see, all updated
cool.
for this year's colors.
It looks great.
Yeah. See, now, see, here's the problem too. I've done this before. I can't read comments until. Oh, Brett. Okay, we got to put this one on there. We have to. A live stream will be the first real work I've done on my new M2 Mac Studio. Oh, that's so awesome.
That is true.
And I have to admit,
Hi, Marty.
I'm a little bit, probably a little bit jealous there because, yeah, I have the M1 Mac Studio.
That's right.
But hey, look, we're talking about tech check today. Let's go ahead and show them our tech here, Dave.
Yes.
All right, so what we've got is we have the M2 Pro Mac Mini. I needed something that could handle all of the inputs that we needed to give it. Going into the Mac Mini, which you can't necessarily see here,
No.
we have 3 Elgato cam links going into it. That's for the 3 cameras. We've got this camera, woo, right there. And then we've got the main camera that you guys watched us come in on. And let's see, what else do we, oh, and we have the presentation camera as well.
Awesome.
For our super speakers, awesome Macstock Prezzo. So yeah, that's, oh, and we got a couple other things going on here too. So this right here, this is the new wireless mic system that we're going to be using for Macstock. Dave and I are each on lapel mics right at the moment. We're not using them yet. We're going to switch to those. Right at the moment, we're on right up here, whoop, right up here. We've got a Rode, what is this one, an NT35?
NT35, yeah.
NT35 shotgun mic. I always forget which one it is. Got the Rode NT35 up here. That's what we're using right at the moment. I always find that one a little soft, but I think it's because it's a good 2 feet from us.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Marty, for putting the M1 Studios to shame. Yes, thank you. Just make me feel better about it, Marty. I appreciate that. Let's see. So we've got our new wireless mic system right here. We have 2 lavs, and along with it, we have 2 handheld mics. There's actually 4 lavs with it, but we can only do 4 mics at a time. And then this here is the Zoom L12 mixer. Our plan is to use this throughout the weekend, and then we're going to take the audio out from here into the sound system of stage left. And this is my crappy keyboard, very old. Look at that. Ooh,
yeah,
look at it. It actually takes batteries.
Woo!
Wow. Still kind of works. If you see me mistyping anything in the chat room, it's because these keys stick a little bit. So there you go. I got another one on the shelf in the back.
We'll switch it out.
I'll switch it out later. And then we have the, let's see here, the 32 key Stream Deck.
Love Stream Deck.
This is going to give me enough space. Here, let me. Well, we'll show the lower thirds in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's actually, so what we're using here is we're using Ecamm Live. You can't see that, of course. I think what I can do though, let me come up here, Dave.
Marty says don't forget to mention the Macstock Coffee's tumbler.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Except there's no coffee in it. It's just water right at the moment. I was drinking coffee all morning so I could be nice and hyped up for.
Yeah, I'm drinking out of the mug. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Dave's got his Macstock 2016 mug. You know, it's funny. You would think that it would be hard to find a Macstock mug around here.
No.
I got a whole shelf of them.
I know you do.
Yeah, I know.
And I have every one of them in my house.
I got a few more of these too. I'll have some at Macstock if anyone wants one. These are actually really cool. I like it with the cork bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Cheers.
Holds water. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, so we are using Ecamm Live. Let me see, Dave. I think I can actually show them. I know there's a keystroke for it, and I don't know what that keystroke is because I'm not fancy.
That's why I do live streaming here.
I know. Live happens. Oh, here we go. Live demo mode. Shift Command D. Okay, so let's see that. Turn on live demo mode. There you go. Okay, now you can see what's going on here. So this is Ecamm Live. And what you see here, these are all the scenes I've set up. So I've got the countdown timer up here. I've got the main camera close-up. That's what's actually kind of neat about Ecamm too, is we can do, with one camera, we can have multiple scenes. And I can do things like, you know, zoom and pan and do all kinds of neat stuff with there. Make sure Dave and I are both in the scene there. Zoom in a little bit more. And what I really love about Ecamm is that it keeps that background in relation to where it should be when you're zooming and panning, which is something I always had trouble with the Sling Studio. So yeah, so these are the scenes I set up. We've got a secondary camera, which you saw there. We've got the presentation only, which I'll run through these in just a minute. We have one just for the Film Fest set up as well, because Wally's going to be putting all of the short films, which all of you should be submitting, by the way.
We need these. We need the videos. Come on.
Let me switch back over here. All of you, there, now you can see me. All of you should be submitting short films, by the way. You have until July 8th, so put it together. As I said in the newsletter, my wife put one together. She has never, ever, I don't think she's ever touched iMovie before. Ever.
Okay.
She's like, do I even have iMovie? I'm like, everybody has iMovie.
Everybody has.
And so she went out, she shot all the footage, she assembled it herself, she
Nice.
figured out how to do titles, which is really cool.
iMovie's easy.
She didn't even use iMovie for the titles.
Oh, okay.
She used Keynote for the titles,
perfect.
which is kind of cool. And I'm going to show you that in just a second too, because I use Keynote for the lower thirds. So check this out. This is, boom, that lower third was created in Keynote. And then,
That's good.
boom, we've got one for Dave as well.
That's
Check
good.
that out. This was all done in Keynote, exported as a movie, and then brought into Ecamm Live. This is really awesome software. In fact, I know Roger says in the chat room here he's an Ecamm fan.
Yep.
Let me switch back over here. I have seen Roger in the same training sessions I've gone to. It was really awesome to see you in there, Roger.
Yep.
It's always cool to see somebody you recognize in something like that. My EKG. No, Marty, this is actually really cool. So while I'm showing you the screen here, so what you're seeing down here is bandwidth statistics. So this shows me not only the rolling required bandwidth for what we're doing today, but the average throughput and then any momentary actual bandwidth needs that we have, momentary required bandwidth, the average required, average throughput, and the target data rate, which is all really cool. And that's something that Ecamm does too, is it does a little speed test on its own. You don't need speedtest.net. You don't need any third-party software or websites. It runs the speed tests on its own.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Martin. Awesome. Hey, Martin. And then, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? And then let's see, what else do we have here? We have, yeah, this is just my generic lower third I was playing with there. Boom. You see a little camera shift because I set it up with this particular camera. And then this is the overlays we're using in any one particular scene. And then this is the camera switcher. Now this is actually really cool, and this is with Ecamm Live version 4, the new version that came out, well, I guess it came out last year, this year? Roger, when did it come out? This year, I think. This spring, I believe it came out. But we can set up placeholder cameras in here. So I did all this setup on my MacBook Pro last night, exported this profile, brought it into the Mac Mini, and everything's ready to go. And all I had to do was set up these placeholder cameras, camera A, camera B, camera C, and then today, when I came in and plugged all those cameras in, I just assigned one of the cam links to each of the placeholders, and all the scenes I created were done.
Guy Searle's in. How you doing, Guy?
Oh,
He's got a question.
can you explain how you have the scene set up? Well, thanks for joining us now, Guy.
We just explained it.
Oh, man. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? The scenes are over here on the left. And if I want to, well, I can start with a new blank scene. So, boom, there's a new blank scene. And then I can turn on the green screen for that if I want to. And I can select a different backdrop or what have you. There we go. I got a castle backdrop there. That's nice. Dave's digging it. Dave's digging it.
This is
So I created a new
background.
scene, and then within this scene, I can do things like add overlays to it. If I want to, let's see, I have over here, let's see, Ecamm stuff. Is that where I have some things? Here, let's just, what is this? Yeah, there we go. That'll work. I can just drag this in as an overlay.
Look at that.
Now, it doesn't work with this scene
No.
because I have it set up for, this is for the interview mode in Ecamm. But that's how easy it is. You just bring that overlay in. And if I want to add in a screen share, I can do that. And I can even do something like add in another camera or a presentation. This is the presentation camera, but I can change it to our secondary camera. Whoop, nope, that's the tertiary camera. There we go. And so now we can have a screen share, we can have,
Not at all.
yep, and it's all really super simple to do. Here, I guess I'll grab the corner. There. Line things up here.
He's gonna pick up the Cubs game. Nice.
You
play.
know what, Marty? It would pick up the
There
Cubs
they are
game.
playing right now.
If I had
In London.
in London,
They're in London right now, here with the Cardinals, yep.
in London,
Yes. The
London, Ontario.
London, England.
I had no idea.
Yes.
All right, let's get rid of this scene. We don't need that. There you go. Does that help, Guy?
Yep. You are right, Brian. It is some great software.
Yeah, it is great software. I'll be honest, I bought into a special Black Friday deal a couple years ago, and I've been kind of grandfathered into that, and I'm very, very thankful for that because I wasn't using it. I thought, oh yeah, I'll go ahead, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Here, let me switch out of the shift command. There,
There you
boom.
go. CS5.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy into it. I'm not really using it. And then last year or the year, no, Virtual Macstock,
Right.
I started using it. And man, I just fell in love with this software.
Yep.
And that's before the version 4. The version 4 really makes some big, big changes to
It
it.
does.
Yeah, Guy's right. MLB might have an issue with that. In theory, we could do it. We could take the output from, so what I have over here, you can't actually see it. Let's see, where are we here? Boom. Over here, there. That's my MacBook Pro running the presentation. And I've got HDMI out, coming out of that, going into one of the cam links. Okay, so yes, in theory, I could fire up MLB.com.
Oh, it's nationwide. They're showing it on Fox in the United States. So
Still, I'm going out live to YouTube. I'm not going to take my chances with the MLB.
You might get a takedown.
It would be like trying to take on Apple with their black and white Granny Smith Apple trademark
Yeah,
thingy.
yeah.
What a
Yeah, that was crazy.
silly thing. I'm just waiting for my letter. Yeah, mine's going to come soon. All right. Anyway, Marty says it's on Fox.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. What were we doing? Oh, so Ecamm Live, that's what we're using there. We've got the output from the Mac. So what we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to mimic the setup that we're going to have at Macstock this year. So we have a presentation notebook down here. We even have a special video for all of you just for joining us today. I
Yes.
found a special video. Dave got a little preview of it. You're gonna love it. I think what we're going to do, though, Dave, is let's go ahead and test these puppies. So
All right.
one of the things that we got here is this new wireless mic system. And the way this is set up is right now I have a single, is it a TS cable? What is it?
TSSA or
It's mono audio cable. It takes the single mix out of the Phoenix Pro. This is the Phoenix Pro PTU 7000. It takes the single mix out of this and runs it into the mixer over here. TRS, TR, I don't know what it is.
TRS, I think it is. Yeah.
TRS. TRS is the two conductor,
Right.
I think. This is the one conductor. Whatever that is. Guy, what is that?
Yeah, you should know, Guy.
Yeah. Anywho, we're taking the mix out of here, running it into here, and along with that, here Dave's holding one right here, we've got our wireless mic system. So what we're going to do is unmute here. I'm going to pull down the audio on the shotgun up above us. Boom.
All right.
All right, now, ooh, that's hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these down a little bit.
That guy says likely it's TRRS.
TRRS, okay. How are we looking now? Oh, that's still loud.
Is it really loud?
How's that? That audio better?
How's that sound, everybody?
We got about a 20-second delay, so we're just going to wait for everyone to get back to us.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a little burst in a little spike in audio there for a second, but I think I've got it tuned down now a little bit better. Did you say this? Yeah, Guy said it would be TRS with one stripe.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
TRRS.
Sounds
Oh.
good here. Okay, awesome.
Great. Thanks, Brian.
Very cool. Thanks, Brian. So now we pulled down the audio on the shotgun. We're no longer using that. We are now strictly on the lav mics.
Yep.
And you're going to find, or at least I found when I was monitoring it, the audio is a lot better with these. These are really good at getting rid of all that room noise we got going on. You know, we mentioned it was 90+ degrees out
Yeah,
there.
it's hot. I'm starting to sweat a little here.
Yeah, I cranked the AC before we started this, and we got a fan going there just to kind of keep the air flowing in this room, because it's a fairly small room. What is
Right.
this, 10 by 10, something like that? 10
yep.
by 10. And it gets hot in here. So we crank the air, and this mic, the Rode shotgun, really picks that up. It picks up all that little room noise and everything.
The guy can give us some education on microphones since he has lots of them. And dynamic versus condenser, right?
Guy travels with a suitcase of roughly 50 microphones,
Something
I
like
think.
that,
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So he can tell us anything that we want to know about them.
Yes.
But you know, I was researching wireless mic systems, and this Phoenix Pro, and Phoenix, by the way, is not spelled like Phoenix, Arizona. It's PHENYX. Phoenix Pro PTU 7000 consistently came up with excellent reviews, and obviously not just reviews from the company. It came up with excellent reviews from all over the place. I watched all kinds of third-party YouTube videos on it and what have you, and I have to say I've been pretty impressed with it. And frankly, I'm glad that I didn't have to return it, because I went through and I labeled everything so that, you know.
It's yours now.
It's mine now. It's mine now. So I got channel 3 on the mics there. I labeled it channel 3, channel 4, channel 1, channel 2. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so I think
And
we're going to just stick
Very
with
good.
these for right now.
Guy gave us our education. Condenser mics pick up everything.
Everything.
Dynamic mics are great at getting rid of that background noise.
And what you don't want me to do is, no, I won't actually. I won't do that.
You want
Now, the other thing that we got, so this mic system is going to, it came with 4 lav mics. It came with 4 lapel mics. And what I bought is 2 handhelds to go along with it. So we would kind of mimic the setup that we had before. This way I can run up on stage, or Brian can run up on stage, or we can get questions from the audience
Right.
or what have you, and have a handheld mic for that. And what I also bought is one of these puppies.
got a stand.
Boop, I got a stand. So the beauty of this, we're going to do something different, for the first time ever at Macstock, like that's a big deal. For the first time ever at Macstock, Dave, ever, we've never ever, anyway, we're going to have a mic in the audience.
It'll be there for everybody.
Boom, it's going to be there for everybody. This is so that when we have Stump the Geek, this is so that when we have questions after presentations, we're going to have one place in the audience where you can go, wait in line, and ask your questions. So none of this Brian running around like a chicken with his head cut off in the audience trying to reach people at the microphone, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have one place where you can come.
Walk right up to it.
Walk right up to it. And the beauty of this is that the presenters are going to know exactly where to look. They're going to say, oh, there's the person asking my question right there.
Right there.
Right there. Or right there. Right there? Let's see. Anybody asking questions? Well, somewhere out there,
Yes.
someone's asking.
In the
questions.
audience.
So that's what we're going to do there. And so we've got that wireless mic, boom. And then we've got this wireless mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my lav. You can keep yours going.
Am I going? Okay.
People might. And then there I am. I'm on this mic.
It's working.
It's working.
Yes.
Amazingly so, it's working. Yes, and I'm going to try very, very hard to not do what I do at Macstock, and that's talk with it down here so that people can actually hear me and not pull it down here. Nobody can hear me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to keep it up here so that folks can understand what I'm saying. And yes, Marty.
I was going to say, Marty
yeah,
says,
we can, here, let's
put it up
add
there for
his-
everybody.
Let's put it up there for everybody.
Just for giggles.
Boom. Can we still make Brian run around just for giggles? Yes, absolutely. I don't know if Brian is joining us today.
And Guy is saying it does need more gain.
Needs more gain. Oh, this one needs more gain. All right, let's see here. This is
Thanks,
channel-
Guy.
There. All right. So the nice thing about this is there. I added a little more gain to the handheld. That's the beauty of this Phoenix Pro system, is that there are individual controls on here for each of the mics. Oops, let me try it this way. Each of the mics here has an individual control on it. So if I want to crank, if I want to turn down, as I'm talking, I'm going to turn it down. Talking, 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 and now it's gone. It's completely out. And then I can just bring it right back up again.
So we'll have to measure that.
Yep. So we're gonna measure that. I am a little concerned. I'm gonna switch back. Oh, that was pretty slick.
Oh, he's saying you should probably get a phone.
Oh,
Do we have that?
I do.
So,
I don't know where I
'cause
put 'em.
Probably hearing the pop. Yeah, we'll make sure those are on there.
Is that what you're hearing, John?
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. No, I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just having fun. We're having fun. I told you we'd have fun today.
Yes, we would.
Off. Okay. I'm back on here. All right, so we should be good. Boom. Yes, I do. Hang on. You know what? You take over, Dave. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
In fact, we're going to test the wireless mic system right now.
All right.
I'm going to come over here.
He's going over into the other room. He's going to test the wireless mic in a completely different room, and you can tell us what it sounds like.
Here we go.
Oh, he's found the foam ones, and they're not black.
No, they're not black. I got, can't miss them orange. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
there
what
you
I
go.
got. There we go. All right, so who is that, John?
He said better.
There. Just for John. There you go.
We got him ready to go.
We got him ready to go. Okay. Okay. What's next, Dave?
So get a room mic.
I was in another room. What are you talking about?
He was.
All right. See, Martine likes orange.
Yes.
Well, it does actually. I was thinking orange only because I wanted to make sure that people could easily spot the mic in the audience. So, we'll have that on the mic there. and
There you go.
that'll make it, boom,
It'll be very easy to see.
much easier to see.
Won't blend.
There you go. I had it on there. I don't know why I took it off. Thank you, though. That's,
It says, Brian F says, I can hear both, but seemed to be a little in the background static when Mike was in the other.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Well,
of
that's
air conditioner probably.
air conditioner and also the construction of this office. So the wall here is a glass wall, but it's steel supports going through it.
Yep.
And then I went into the other room, which was also a glass wall with steel supports. So basically, you know, little Faraday cage-ish type situation. But we're going to be in a wide open room at stage left, so we should not
Yeah. Mic technique is important to reduce
plosives.
plosives.
Plosives. I have absolutely zero mic technique.
Yeah. I've been doing it a while, so.
I am a mic and I have a technique, but I'm not sure it's mic technique.
Yeah. Some puns.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
We just had Father's Day. We had to do dad jokes.
Yep.
All right. All right. What are we up to next? So,
I'm gonna step out of the picture here real quick, but I'll be right
Yep.
back. Go ahead.
Dave stepped out. Okay. That was.
We're good. Go keep going.
Yep, that was the cable I ran across the room. So what we have got here is, oh, see, John laughed at my dad joke. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. So I set up a couple different, I want to get your feedback on this. Oh, here's the other neat thing about Ecamm too. I can do this kind of stuff. Boom, close-ups. I already showed you that, I think, though, because we can set up one camera and make adjustments to it so that we don't have to have multiple cameras set up in stage left. Anyway, so I set up a couple different ways of showing the presentation. I'm all right. Where'd my mouse go? Where'd my mouse go? Oh no, my mouse disappeared. Okay, well, I can't bring you in, Marty, but Marty says, are you sure it was the joke he was laughing at? No, I'm really not. I just like to pretend. That's part of the mic technique I have, is to pretend that others are actually enjoying my conversation and not making fun of it. Oh, man. Okay. Well, dead. Stopped working. I think that happened to me last time, too. There we go. Now I should have it again. Ah, I got it again. Okay. And we're getting, not only is Marty commenting on my dad jokes, but he's also giving us an update on the Cubs game. So Cubs won, Card 0. You know, that is actually, Cubs cards, that is quite the competition. It's been something that people who are Cubs fans and Cards fans have been dealing with their entire lives. Much more so than Cubs Sox, because when we were kids, Cubs Sox was an occasional, maybe it would happen, Subway Series type thing.
Big rivalry.
Big rivalry, but Cubs Cards is a huge rivalry. So yeah, by all means, Marty, keep us up to date on the score. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. We can report the score. It's no different than a radio station reporting the score. We're good. We're good there. All right. Anyway, so I created two different ways of showing the presentation. I'm going to be meeting with Stage Left on Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about some of the tech issues that I want to make sure we've ironed out before Macstock weekend. And one of the questions I have concerns how we're going to show the presentations. When I spoke with them before, we have the option of doing one presentation one projector up on stage. And then if anyone was with us at Virtual Macstock, I know Brian F. was, Virtual Macstock in 2021, we had that big projector up on the ceiling that projected up, what was that, a 20 plus, no, it was 10 plus foot screen maybe. It was big,
Yes.
pull down above the bar area. So what I think I would like to do is put the main presentation, just presentation all by itself, on the projector behind the presenter on stage, and then the big projector from the ceiling going to the big screen. I think I'm going to put the program feed output from Ecamm Live up to that projector. I believe that's what I'm going to do. But it kind of has to do with how I pump the audio from my audio system into their audio system and how that's going to work. So I will find that out Tuesday. But as I was putting together some ideas for the presentation, I came up with two, and we'll probably use both, but I wanted to kind of get your feedback here. So this is just the straight presentation. This is what we would normally be showing with the live stream. They can work their way through the presentation and slide by slide. Any audio that they might have in the presentation, we can push that through as well. But that would be the main presentation. And then the other idea would be to do this so that we have both the presenter, the presenter and the presenter's presentation up on screen at one time. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll put your comment up in just a second, Guy, because you're right, and I think we might be okay on that. But that's one of the questions I have for them on Tuesday. Anyway, so we have this style of presentation, and we have this style, both of which will allow the presenter's voice to come through, obviously, but then we'll have the main presentation. So I think it's really going to depend upon what the presenter is showing at any given time, and I'm going to give Eric, the guy who's going to be running all this stuff, the option to pick. But I kind of wanted to get your feedback. John says he likes the second one better with the presenter. You know, this is going to be up on a big screen, so the presentation should be quite visible, I would think. A guy also likes the presentation, the speaker. Okay, cool. We've got a pretty good group of folks joining us today. So, yeah. And they're all awesome folks who are not afraid to tell me what they think, and that's what I love about all of you.
Let everybody know I'm behind the scenes here, but I am monitoring the chat. So.
And Brian, Brian has a good point here. So he says the option with the individual on the side really reinforces the personality of the presenter. Yeah, unless it's me presenting, right? Yeah. Actually, Guy, no, we don't. Here, let me switch back to me here real quick.
That's what Stream Deck is for.
Yes, that is what the Stream Deck is for. So when I am in this mode, boom, I can come in here and I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can move it around. So it's really, we don't need a camera operator, we just need someone sitting here monitoring the Ecamm Live program feed as it's going out and making little adjustments to this as the person walks around. Now we can also do things like zoom all the way out if we need to, but yeah, that is all taken care of right here in Ecamm Live. So, oh, I got one of the little can lights right above my head. Boop, boop. Fake can lights. It's not a real can light. Yes, no, that. I think. Okay, so Guy says no. I mean, if the speaker moves around. Yeah, that is actually also a good point. So what we may do is, this is all within his control as well, so if the speaker moves around, we may come out to a wide shot and switch back to the straight presentation. Or I could also set up a different version of it. Actually, that's something I could do too. I could set up a different version of it that would take this, and let's go to a wide version of it, like this, and, oop, that's not what I want to do. Bad, Mike, bad. There we go. There. So we can do something like that as well in the event, and this can take in the entire stage. So we could actually have two versions of this, one that's the wide version and one that's the close-in version if we need to. Not true, Marty. I fill more of the screen horizontally than I do vertically. Or just tell the speaker to keep still instead of bouncing around. Yeah, well, good luck with that. That doesn't work, guy. You know that doesn't work. All right. It's so easy to make adjustments on the fly. We can even do a squircle. I like squircles. There we go. So it's definitely going to make the process of managing this kind of stuff much easier. I know Guy has manned the cameras for me in the past. We've had other volunteers manning the cameras for us in the past. And the issue with that is that you'll see Guy get up and adjust the camera, move them around and change the views and all that kind of stuff. And if we have that one wide camera, we can do all that in Ecamm without, John Brown says he's bouncy. Yeah, Bouncy Brown. I heard that's your nickname. What does this mean, Guy? Didn't work for me. You mean it didn't work volunteering to run the cameras? Yeah, no, I know. I think so too, Marty. It's going to be so cool for the virtual ticket viewers. I think it will be. I think it's going to make a much nicer presentation. And the really awesome thing about this is everything that we're doing is being recorded on the Mac Mini. Not only is it being recorded on the camera, not only am I recording it on the Zoom L12, not only, well, I'm not recording it on the MacBook, but that's stock presentations. So not only is everything being captured separately, I can set up Ecamm to capture this program recording, and it is capturing this program recording as I speak, and we can also do ISO recording with it, thanks to the fact that this is an Apple Silicon, an M2 Pro Mac Mini, actually an M1. An M1 Mac Mini can do ISO recording, which is amazing. So all of my placeholder cameras, boom. Oh, don't ask again. It keeps asking me. Don't ask again. All my placeholder cameras down here can be recorded separately. Isolated video recording, also isolated audio recording, and give me all those separate tracks if I need them, which is amazing. I absolutely love that. Cool. Center stage can be used to keep the speaker in shot. If I were shooting with all iPhones, I suppose I could.
Yeah.
But
That'd be tough without using
yeah,
iPhones.
I don't know that would work without iPhone cameras, Guy. Maybe. These are the cameras I've been using at Macstock. Excuse my leaning in because I can't remember which model. Yeah, they're the Canon Vixia HFG 21s. That's what I have. So they're 1080 cameras. They're 1080 HD cameras. They're not 4K cameras. Turns out they actually, I think I mentioned this on the live stream before, they actually released the 4K version of this for the exact same price that I paid for these 6 months after I bought these.
Yep, that's what you said.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That's a good question, Guy, but I don't think it can. I think now I can use an iPhone. My iPhone here. Click to start. There we go. Yeah. So I can use an iPhone. Here, I'm gonna do this very crudely here. Wait, no, that's not going to work. Camera D. Boom. There. Can I put you on camera?
Of course.
Whoop. There we go.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
where you going?
Yeah, so fix it. Oh, my shakiness. Oh no, I'm shaky. HFG 21, that's what that is. And notes. There's notes back there from, let's see, that would have been a presentation from about a year and a half ago. But it still kind of applies. Right? Start the camera recording, start audio recording, lights, check sound levels, mute phone, heat and AC off. Well, I failed there. Can't do that today.
Too warm.
All right. There we go. I'm going to switch back. There. So, yeah, I guess, we could, in theory.
Too many moving parts.
Too many moving parts. Yeah. Okay. So the general consensus seems to be, boom, we're going to do the presentation with speaker. I like that too. Guy raises a good point about the speaker moving around. That will happen, but we'll just do what we can do. All right. Now the other thing that we have to deal with is screen shares. Boom. All right, so in theory, this is going to be coming out of the presenter's laptop. And again, we can put the presenter on the side here. There we go. Presenter on the side along with their presentation. We can do that, no problem. I didn't set that up here. We're going to go with a circle. All right, there we go. Boom. Done. So yeah, and I can zoom in, zoom out. But this allows the output, the presentation output of the laptop or the laptop display, secondary display of the laptop, or any individual app from the laptop to come out to Ecamm Live through that same HDMI out that we're using for the presentations. So I figured I'd go ahead and cover the Macstock schedule over here. Dave said he hadn't even seen it yet.
I know.
So we have Saturday and Sunday. We were waiting on a couple presenters to get their final talks to me. There were some who had a need to present on one day or the other. So making sure I had everybody's talks in my hands, ready to go, was important so that I could get things set up properly. But we are going to open up Saturday, 9:15, with, well, 9 o'clock technically, but that's me, with Chuck Joyner, Live and Learn in the Future. He mentioned specifically to me that this is kind of a like a big picture type talk, an inspirational type talk. So I thought that would be a great way to open up the weekend. Chuck's always a great presenter, and I think having him open the day on Saturday is going to be a great choice. Then we have one of our new presenters, Rachel Schmitz, the Case for the Lifetime Learner, is going to be presenting second on Saturday. And then Mr. Dave Ginsberg over here is going to be giving his talk on Cloud Services Demystified at 11:15 on Saturday.
Yes, indeed.
In the afternoon, after lunch, we are going to have at 1 o'clock Dave Hamilton, Your Home Network Supercharged. This actually was an attendee request. It might even be an attendee who's in the chat room today. But it was an attendee request that we have a talk on Synology network attached storage boxes. Dave said he would be more than happy to do it, and so his talk is going to be at 1 o'clock on Saturday, Your Home Network Supercharged. Then we're keeping that super theme going with Kirsten Sia's talk on Shortcut Superpowers. Shortcut Superpowers Unleashed. That's going to be at 2 o'clock. Following Kirsten's presentation is going to be the first day of the Macstock Short Film Festival. Again, get your videos submitted. Tell Wally you have a video you want to show at Macstock. Fill out that form on the Macstock website. Let him know one's coming. He would like them all, the final videos in by July 8th. So if you have one you would like to submit, make sure you let him know. Use the form on the Short Film Festival webpage, and I can show that to anyone if you would like to see it. But Short Film Festival Day 1 is at 3 o'clock on Saturday, followed by, for the first time ever, on Macstock stage, although not the first time at Macstock, but the first time on Macstock stage, Mac Geek Gab live on stage at Macstock at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Awesome. Sunday, boom, we're going to switch over to Sunday. We're going to be opening up Sunday with Allison Sheridan, The Power of Learning by Teaching. Brittany Smith,
First time.
10:15. Again, not a first-time Macstock presenter if you include Virtual Macstock, but a first-time presenter on Macstock stage in person. Save Your Brain, Work Smarter, Not Harder. Brittany is going to be giving that presentation at 10:15 on Sunday. And then we have Jeff Gamet, Decoding the World of High-Res Audio at 11:15 on Sunday. We'll have lunch again. Lunch is going to be in the Commons Room of the Opera House, so we're going to be moving from stage left into the Opera House proper, where they have a community room. I said Commons Room, the community room, and that's where we're going to be set up and have lunch in there. And then at 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, we have Learn New Technology with Sticks. By the way, every single one of these talks is clickable, so you can click it and you can read about the presentation. I'll just click through on Jill's here real quick, but you can read about the presentation, what time it's taking place, and some of the things that the presenter hopes you'll learn when you walk away from their talk. So every single one of the talks is clickable, so you can learn more about it. And of course, you can click on the presenter's name and learn more about them as well. Probably should have let off with that, huh? Well, you know. Apple of My AI, that's going to be Marty Gencius. AI is on everybody's lips these days, and Marty has got an awesome presentation lined up for us at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. And then we're going to wrap things up with Mike Schmitz. Mike Schmitz is going to bring the weekend to a close, presentation-wise, bring the weekend to a close at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon, PKM, Personal Knowledge Management, PKM 101, Making Sense of It All. And that's Mike Schmitz. And then we're really going to wrap up the weekend with the second day of the Macstock Short Film Festival. I probably should take a drink of my water over here, huh? Short Film Festival, day 2 at 4 o'clock, and that's going to wrap up the weekend. I think that's going to be a really fun way to get to know a few more of the Macstock attendees and to bring the festivities to a close. So that is how we do screen sharing. That was a long-winded way of explaining screen sharing, wasn't it? But I think everybody kind of wanted to see the schedule too, so there you go. And then, Film Fest. Speaking of Film Fest, boom. Wally is going to be taking everybody's film and putting it together in a keynote presentation. So what we have to do there is make sure that those films play. Am I muted? Okay. No, right. That's why live happens. Yes, you're right, Brian. I was muted. And I have a very specific Film Fest button here, because when we're showing people short films, we have to mute the house audio, the microphones, and play the audio from the video. So I had switched over to it. I was explaining what I was talking about and realized that you couldn't hear me. So, yes, I was muted. I'm sorry about that. When I do switch over to the Film Fest one, I've got a special. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you know what good is a Film Fest without a cat video? So let's play a cat video for him, Dave.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, I'm temporarily unmuting myself just so I can explain what's happening. So you should be hearing, I know you're about 20 seconds behind me, but you should be hearing the audio from this video. Maru videos are awesome if you don't watch. If you watch cat videos, you probably have seen these. You should be hearing the audio from that, and when when I am muted, you should be only hearing that video. So I'm going to mute myself again. Okay, so now I stopped that. How did that work? Did you hear the audio from the video, but not hear my audio except for when I butted in and talked over Maru? We'll give him 20 seconds to respond.
Yes. Like you're on radio delay.
Radio delay. And you know, I swear like a sailor, so yeah.
Nice. Worked well.
Worked well. Okay, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul. That's awesome. Okay, so that's exactly what we wanted to happen. Dave was watching me. I came up with the solution,
Yep.
what, like 3 minutes before we went live?
Yes.
I was having trouble getting the audio to, let's see, what was the problem I was having? Oh, I was having trouble getting the audio to come through the sound system. It was going out to the live stream, but it wasn't coming through so I could monitor it. And I figured out how to monitor it, but then that created this horrible, horrible screechy noise in my headphones and really was not cool. And then I figured out, oh, well, look, all I have to do, boom, all I have to do is down here in the sound levels is I just had to add another sound source. And once I added that sound source, and this happens to be the cam link coming out of the laptop, once I added that other sound source, I could then mute it or unmute it based on the scene that I set up. And so for the Film Fest scenes, I allowed the audio to come through. All right. So, there you go. Guy says we're out of sync. I don't know if we're out of sync. You're monitoring it, right?
No, I don't think we are.
Dave says we're in sync. Maybe it's Guy who's out of sync.
That is possible.
So I think we have covered all the tech stuff we wanted to cover.
Yep.
Some of this came together at the last moment. Some of it came together last night, but it appears as if everything is working the way it should. Oh, I did want to talk for anyone who is tuning in who's only going to be attending the virtual Macstock, who has the virtual ticket for this year. So the way it's going to work is we're going to have 4 sessions. We're going to have a Saturday morning session, a Saturday afternoon session, Sunday morning session, Sunday afternoon session, and you as a virtual pass holder are going to get links to all of those sessions so that you can watch them. We could, in theory, go the entire day. That's what we did with Virtual Macstock in 2021. There's so many ways that can go wrong. That splitting it up into 4 sessions just seems like the smarter way to go. It's an extra link you'll have to click to get there in the afternoon, or to get there Sunday morning, or get there Sunday afternoon, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm going to have all of them on a page on the Max. It's like a dashboard page on the Macstock site, and all the links will be there, labeled Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, so that you know which one you have to click to watch that particular session of Macstock. This kind of ties into when I sold the ticket, and I said, look, things can go wrong. It's live. Live happens. We've had stuff go wrong here. Something goes horribly, terribly, awfully wrong. We have another 3 sessions we can go to. We can start live and not have to worry about trying to reconnect to that session. We'll try to reconnect. That's one thing that Ecamm is really, that's one thing that Ecamm is really, really good at, is reconnecting to a live stream as we're going out. So if we had an internet connectivity issue right now and we dropped, there's a very good chance that we could reconnect to it, and you would just see things resume as soon as our stuff was ironed out.
Yep.
But because everything's being recorded, it's recording on the camera, it's recording on the Zoom, it's recording on the Mac Mini, it's recording, I don't know. And anywhere I can record it, I'm going to record it.
Yeah.
Absolute worst case scenario, even if something goes completely cattywampus during any one of the 4 sessions, we're going to have something that we can put out after the fact in the digital pass, so that a virtual pass holder who was not able to attend because of some horrible technical difficulty will still be able to watch everything that took place at Macstock. So that's the plan. That is the plan. Thanks, Martine. It's going to be fantastic to not only see you, but to see all of you. I'm pointing over here at the chat room, to see all of you at Macstock as well, and of course everyone who couldn't join us today as well. Is there anything else that we need to touch on, Dave?
I don't think so.
No? We good? Did anybody have any questions? I don't want to do a Reddit like AMA here. That didn't turn out so well for them, did it?
No, it didn't.
But we could do a Macstock AMA. Anybody have any questions for Dave or for me? Yes. Good question, Marty. Will virtual ticket holders be able to pose questions? Yes. So there's so many different ways we could do a live stream out to virtual pass holders. And with the number of virtual pass holders that we have, it seemed like the most cost effective, but 2, the easiest would be to use YouTube. So they're going to be able to chat in the YouTube chat room. It's going to be an unlisted private stream, and only those who have, the virtual pass will be able to get in there. They'll have the link. In fact, they're already set up. I already set up all the sessions. So they're out there.
Yep.
And they'll be able to pose questions in here, and then I'll be able to take their questions and put them up on screen just like that, which is going to be great. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask people to preface their questions with a Q:. Now, Roger probably knows where I'm coming from with that. That's a very, very common thing for live streamers to do, is to say put a Q: in front of it, because in Ecamm Live here, I can actually filter by that Q:. So if you don't put the Q: in front of it, we may not see your question to put up on screen for the presenter to see. So yes. Let's see here. Marty also asked, virtual tickets still available? Yes, they are still available. They're essentially unlimited. We don't really have any limits on it.
Yep.
As many people who would like to get one,
Tell your friends and family.
Yeah, tell your friends and family, yes. Brett, that is an excellent question. Do an Macstock Discord or Slack channel ever get set up? This is the bane of my existence, I think I said to someone last night. I recall it was discussed in a previous stream. Yes, it was discussed. So the deal is I've had a couple different volunteers step up to say that they can set it up for me. And there have been various issues that have caused them to have to step away from doing it. I do have some, I was in communication with this person yesterday who is going to be setting up a Slack channel for Macstock. We were going to do Discord, and this person knows Slack better, so I said, set up Slack, fine with me. And so they're working on a Slack channel. They said they would probably have something ready-ish by the end of this weekend, so we'll see. As soon as it's ready and as soon as I can give you a link to join it, I will. I'll get that out. You know, there's no good. It seems like I send out Macstock newsletters anytime there's a holiday. Like there's always some sort of thing going on. I promise, as soon as I have a link to share with you to join the Slack, I will get it out to you. Dave's nodding his head vigorously yes over there.
Yes. Long time, we need it.
So, yeah. There you go, Brett. Any other questions? Any questions for Dave? You want to tell people about your talk? No. No, you know what? If you want to learn about Dave, if you want to learn about his talk, go to macvoices.com and check out The Road to Macstock with Dave Ginsburg.
Yes.
That's what you should do. Yes.
Might talk about it a few times on Untouchable iOS, too.
Yeah, maybe a couple times.
Yeah, maybe.
You might have talked about it a couple times on In Touch with iOS. Yeah. Let's see. Any other questions out there?
Doesn't look like it.
Everything? Okay, I'm going to ask one last question of you then. Did everything from a rough technical standpoint, and there's still some things to, did I show them the lower thirds?
Yeah,
I did show them the lower thirds, yeah. Because with the lower thirds, that was actually pretty cool. I did that all in Keynote. Yeah.
Yep, you did.
So it was pretty cool.
There's a Cubs score update.
Is there a Cubs score update?
5-0 Cubs.
Holy cow. Cubs 5, Cards 0. Wow. In London, you said?
In London.
That's so weird.
London Stadium.
That's so weird.
2-game series.
All right, there you go. Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, what is the capital of South Carolina?
There was his question. You guy. You funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, did you want to say goodbye?
Yeah. I can
All right.
say
All right.
bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Let's see. I could probably. No, you know what? That's the thing with continuity camera. If you disconnect it, good luck reconnecting it again.
Yeah.
You know, it's there to connect, but gosh darn, if you can't. All right, I can't reconnect it. There you go. Continuity cameras rocks.
It does.
No, that's
When
why
it
we don't
works.
want to use it at Macstock, because it's just too futzy. It's too futzy. These, they're old, but they work. And I can depend upon them, and they're reliable, and they record, and I don't have to worry about them. So there you go. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, if everything looks less than a month ago, you are right, Brian. We're going to see everybody in a month from last weekend.
27 days.
27 days. 27 days. That's so awesome. I'm excited. We are this close to having the t-shirts ready to be made. Thanks, Roger. Great test broadcast, he said. We're this close. The t-shirts are going to go into production next week. I've got the swag to hand out to everybody. What else? Oh, if you join me, when was the first live stream? February, March?
February, maybe?
Yeah, remember if you joined me with the first live stream, there was a special offer just for you joining me? That's in production now too.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun. Fun. All right. See you in a month, everyone. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Roger. Thanks, Brian. We'll see all of you in Woodstock, Illinois, stage left, right here on the Woodstock Square at the Opera House. It's a fantastic venue. I look forward to seeing everyone. Bye, Dave.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.